everyone. My name is Dr. P. Ashok Babu, working as professor and head of the department in ECE. Today I am going to discuss about the continuous charge distribution using surface charge and volume charge. So first we'll see what is the surface charge, and then we'll discuss the volume charge. So if the charge is distributed throughout the surface of a given area, then we can call it as a surface charge. So here to calculate the electric field intensity due to the surface charge, you assume a spherical, you assume a figure here. So from the figure, we can observe that. So here the total charge is along the z-axis only. The total charge is along the z-axis only. Here let us assume a spherical is along the z-axis. So because the total body is along the z-axis, the total sheet is along the z-axis. The charge is along the z-axis only. In x and y-axis, we don't have the charge. So you first let us consider an infinite sheet of charge in the xy plane, x, y plane. Assume an infinite sheet of charge in xy plane with uniform charge density. Where the uniform charge density rho s is the uniform charge density for surface charge. Rho s is the uniform charge density for surface charge. Then the charge associated with an elemental charge dq in a space in an elemental surface area ds is equal to a charge or the elemental an elemental charge dq in an elemental space or surface ds is dq is equal to rho s into ds. Already we have defined in the previous class. dq is equal to rho s into ds, where dq is the elemental charge, the rho s is a surface charge density, ds is a elemental surface. So here from the figure, so here let us assume the two elements. The two elements are, one is in the xy plane and other one is the xz plane. So here our aim is we need to find out the electric field intensity at point P, where point P is the coordinates of the point P are 0, 0, h, because the total sheet is along the z-axis. We don't have the x coordinate and y coordinate. Therefore, the total the coordinates of the point P are 0, 0, h. Our aim is we need to find out the electric field intensity at point P due to the surface charge and due to the total sheet of the infinite sheet or due to the total infinite sheet. Our aim is we need to find out the electric field intensity at point P. Next, so here to find out that, here let us assume a triangle here. Assume a triangle here. Assume this triangle. So in this triangle, you assume the vector notation. If you assume the vector notation, so here this one is there, these two sides. So these two sides will locate along the same direction, like this. And here it is along this direction or this direction. This side will be. So here compared to the three sides, here this side, this 1, 2 side, the side 1, 2 is opposite to the this side, this 2 and O or 1 and O. So because here this side is opposite, according to the vector notation, here the sum of the two sides, the sum of these two sides will give the third side. The sum of the two sides will give the third side, like that. So here we need to find out the electric field intensity at point P. Already we know the formula. We know the formula, that is the dE or electric field in differential electric field. dE is equal to, we have dq by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Already we have defined the dq. dq is equal to rho s into ds. dq is equal to rho s into ds for surface charge. Therefore, we can write dE is equal to, in place of dq, you substitute rho s into ds by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. 4 pi epsilon into AR. Next. So here we need to first we need to find out the distance r from the figure. Here r is the distance of the point P, distance of the point P from the point 1, from point 1. R is the distance between the point 1 and point P. R, the rho is the this side. Rho is the side of the 1, 2. H is the height of the triangle. H is the height of the triangle. So here, if we consider the distance, when you are calculating the distance according to the vector notation in Cartesian coordinate system or in Cartesian coordinate system, we have r is equal to xax plus yay plus zaz. In Cartesian coordinate system or in rectangular coordinate system, the distance r is equal to xax plus yay plus zaz. So here if you assume the rectangular coordinate system, in rectangular coordinate system, these x, y, z, these three are unknown coordinates. These three are unknown coordinates. Therefore, it is difficult to find out the three unknown coordinates. So to avoid that difficulty, here we are converting the rectangular coordinate system to cylindrical coordinate system. In cylindrical coordinate system, we have, in rectangular coordinate system, we have x, y, z. In cylindrical coordinate system, we have rho, phi, z. Rho, phi, z. Where x is analogous to rho, y is analogous to phi, and z is analogous to z. So in converting cylindrical to rectangular coordinate system, here we can write the rho square is equal to x square plus y square. Simply, rho is equal to, we can write x square plus y square. Z is equal to z only. So in conversion of cylindrical to in a rectangular coordinate system to cylindrical coordinate system, here we can use rho is equal to root of x square plus y square. Therefore, while converting the rectangular coordinate system to cylindrical coordinate system, here in place of x, y, we can use the only rho value only. We can use the, in place of x, y, you can use rho only. Then h is equal to z only. Actually, z equal to z in cylindrical coordinate system, because the total triangle height is h. In place of z, we can write the h. Therefore, the conversion of rectangular coordinate system to cylindrical coordinate system will give us the r equal to rho into minus arrow plus hz. So why it is minus arrow? Where arrow is a unit vector along the rho direction, where arrow is a unit vector along the rho direction. So here if you observe the figure again, so in figure these two sides are opposite to the 1 and 2. So here this side and this side is opposite to the 1 and 2. So because these two are opposite to the 1 and 2, this side is opposite to 1 and 2, here we can write the minus negative sign to that particular unit vector. Therefore, after conversion of the cylindrical to spherical rectangular coordinate system to cylindrical coordinate system, we have r is equal to rho into minus arrow plus hz. So if you find out the magnitude, r is equal to mod r into root of r square, root of rho square plus h square, root of rho square plus h square. So we can calculate the unit vector where ar is a unit vector along the r direction. We can calculate the ar equal to where r by r. So this is the vector by magnitude of the vector. Vector by magnitude of the vector will give the unit vector. So here already we have defined that dq. dq is equal to rho s into ds. Rho s into ds. In spherical cylindrical coordinate system, here we can write ds is equal to, here we can write that ds equal to rho into d phi into d rho. Rho in ds is equal to, in cylindrical coordinate system, we can write ds is equal to rho into d phi into d rho. Rho into d phi into d rho. Then if you substitute all these values for electric field intensity, so it is electric field intensity E is equal to the formula dE is equal to, it is dq by, it is 4 pi epsilon naught r square, 4 pi epsilon naught, here it is 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Or in other way, we can write it is dE is equal to dq by, it is 4 pi epsilon naught. In place of r, we can write the vector r by mod r cube. Vector r by mod r cube. So here in place of dq, we can write rho s into d phi into d rho. dq in place of dq, rho s into d phi into dq into is a vector. In place of vector, here it is rho into minus arrow plus hz, or we can write minus rho arrow plus hz, by 4 pi epsilon naught into, it is rho square plus h square whole power 3 by 2. Here we have r cube is there, mod r cube is there. In place of mod r cube, it is root of rho square plus h square whole power 3 by 2. Next. So here we can integrate on both sides. If we integrate on both sides, E is equal to, it is surface integral dz. E is equal to surface integral dz. So which is equal to rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught. Keep outside and apply the limits to the phi and rho. The phi limits are from phi equal to 0 to 2 pi, and the row limits are rho is equal to 0 to infinity. Rho equal to 0 to infinity. So here we have h is there, rho is there, d rho d phi by root of by rho square plus h square whole power 3 by 2 into az, because the total vector is along the z direction. Here we can write the unit vector az. So here if you separate the values, so here it is rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught, rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught, h is a constant, keep outside. Then the integration of phi between the 2 pi 0 to 2 pi will have the value 2 pi. It is nothing but integral of 0 to 2 pi into 1 into d phi. 1 into d phi. So it will give the value phi between the limits 2 pi to 0. So it will give the value 2 pi. So in place of integral phi equal to 0 to 2 pi, we can write it directly 2 pi. Then integral rho equal to 0 to infinity. So if you move the rho square plus h square whole power 3 by 2 into numerator, it is rho square plus h square whole power minus 3 by 2 whole power minus 3 by 2. Here in place of this one, here in place of rho into d rho, in place of rho into d rho, here I am writing, here in place of rho into d rho, I am writing half into differentiation of rho square, half into differentiation of rho square, because half into differentiation of rho square will use the differentiation of rho square is half into 2 rho into d rho, 2 rho into d rho, 2 cancel each other, then we have rho into d rho. Therefore directly in place of rho into d rho, here I am writing 1 by 2 into differentiation of rho square into az, differentiation of rho square into az. So here the integration of the, if we integrate this particular part, that is rho square plus h square whole power minus 3 by 2, will give us a value of half d of differentiation of rho square. So if the integration of this particular value is half into differentiation of rho square, then directly we can write the value E is equal to rho s h by 2 into epsilon naught. Integral of, here we can cancel the terms, 2 by 2 pi, 2 by 2 pi. Then we have E is equal to rho s h by 2 epsilon naught into, so here we have the value minus, because it is minus 3 by 2 0, then it is minus of rho square plus h square whole power minus 1 by 2 between the limits 0 and infinity. Between the limits 0 and infinity. Then if you substitute the limits in this value, here we have, it is E is equal to, it is rho s h by 2 epsilon naught into minus 1 by rho square plus h square. Then it is minus of minus 1 by rho square plus h square between the limits infinity and 0. So here if you substitute infinity in the row place, then it is E is equal to, we have rho s h by 2 epsilon naught into minus 1 by infinity plus h square minus, so here minus 1 by, it is again infinity plus h square. Then we need to substitute the 0 value. So after substitution, we have the value E is equal to rho s by h into 2 epsilon naught into minus 1 by root of epsilon plus h square minus 1 by root of 0 plus h square into az. Next, so if you simplify the equation, then we have E is equal to rho s h by 2 epsilon naught. E is equal to rho s h by rho s. Here in this first one will give the value of 1, value of 0. Sorry, 1 by infinity is 0, 1 by infinity 0. Then minus plus 1 by root of h square. 1 by root of h square means 1 by h cancel each other. Therefore, the electric field intensity E is equal to, we have rho s by 2 epsilon naught into az. That is, az means here az is a unit vector along the z direction. It indicates that the electric field is totally along the z direction only. So here the equation will holds good value, or it is valid for h is greater than 0. If the height is greater than 0, if the total triangle is in the positive coordinate. If the total triangle is in the negative quadrant, or for h less than 0, we need to replace the unit vector az with minus az. For h less than 0, we need to replace the unit vector az with minus az. Here if you replace the unit vector az with plus minus az, then we have a value E is equal to rho s by 2 epsilon naught into an. Here we will get some minus value. If you replace the Az with minus Az, we'll get some negative value here. Or let us assume in general, the equation is, it is E is equal to rho S by 2 epsilon naught into An, where An is the unit vector. This unit vector is normal to the shade. This unit vector is normal to the shade. Let us assume a parallel plate capacitor. So here, if you assume a parallel plate capacitor, in parallel plate capacitor, the electric field existing between the two plates. Let us assume now we have calculated the electric field intensity for one field. For one field, the electric field intensity E is equal to rho S by 2 epsilon naught into Az. Now we need to calculate the electric field intensity for parallel plate capacitor. So when we are calculating the parallel plate capacitor, the two plates are having the equal charge with opposite polarity. Therefore, we need to assume the equal electric field intensity with opposite polarity. Therefore, it is E is equal to rho S by 2 epsilon naught into An plus minus rho S, because these two are parallel to each other with opposite charges. It is rho S here minus rho S here. Minus rho S by 2 epsilon naught into minus An. Here for H less than 0, we need to replace the Az with minus Az. Now, because of H less than 0, here we need to replace the An with minus An. Minus will give the positive value. Therefore, the electric field intensity for a parallel plate capacitor E is equal to rho S by epsilon naught into An. Rho S by epsilon naught into An. So this is the electric field intensity for the surface charge. Now we'll discuss the electric field intensity for volume charge. So let us consider a sphere. Let us calculate the electric field intensity for volume charge. Let us assume a sphere of radius A. Let us assume a sphere of radius A centered at the origin. So let the volume of the sphere be filled uniformly with volume charge density rho V, where rho V is the volume charge density. It is the units for the volume charge density are coulombs per meter cube. Next, we need to calculate the electric field intensity. To calculate the electric field intensity, let us assume some elemental charge dq. Some elemental charge dq associated with the elemental volume dV is, already we have the formula dq is equal to rho V into dV. dq is equal to rho V into dV, where dq is the elemental charge, rho V is the volume charge density, dV is the elemental volume. Next, hence the total charge in a sphere of radius A is. So it is, to calculate the total charge in a sphere of radius A, is a Q is a charge in the sphere, total charge in the sphere. It is volume integral. The total charge in the sphere is, integral volume integral rho V into dV. Volume integral rho V into dV. Rho V keep outside. It is rho V into is a volume integral dV. Volume integral 1 into dV. Volume integral 1 into dV. So here the volume of the sphere is, we know that 4/3 pi a cube, where a is the radius of the sphere. Therefore, the volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi a cube. Therefore, the total charge in the sphere becomes Q is equal to rho V into 4 pi a cube by 3. Therefore, the total charge in the sphere will becomes Q is equal to rho V into 4 pi a cube by 3. Next, here we need to calculate the electric field intensity dE, which is located outside the sphere at a point P is equal to 0, 0, Z. To calculate that, you please go through the figure. So here in figure, here the point P is located outside the sphere. The point P is located at outside the sphere. The point P has having the coordinates of 0, 0, Z, because the total charge is along the Z axis. So here no need to write the X coordinate and Y coordinate, have only Z coordinate. Here our aim is we need to find out the electric field intensity at point P due to the elemental volume dV. So here for that, we let us assume some elemental volume in a sphere, so which is having the coordinates of r dash, theta dash, phi. Actually, in any spherical coordinate system, we have the r, theta, phi. We have the three coordinates are r, theta, phi. So if it is a rectangular coordinate system, we have x, y, z. In cylindrical coordinate system, we have rho, phi, z. Whereas in spherical coordinate system, we have the coordinates of r, theta, phi. So here you let us assume the coordinates of the elemental volume dV is r dash, theta dash, phi dash, r dash comma theta dash comma phi dash. So here we have the different angles. So here theta is there, then it is the side of the here this side is, it is r dash, the side of the side from the differential volume is placed at a distance r dash from the origin. The differential volume dV is placed at a distance r dash from the origin. Next, here the point P is there. The distance between elemental volume and point P is r, and the length of that point is, the distance of the point P from origin is z. So here we can assume this triangle. Assume the triangle. Here we can assume the triangle OVP. You can assume this triangle for further discussion. Next, here we know that the electric field intensity dE is equal to, we have the formula actually. We have the formula dE is equal to, it is dQ by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Already we know that dQ is equal to, we know that dQ is equal to rho v into dV. Therefore, we can write dE is equal to, it is rho v into dV by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Rho v into dV by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR, where AR is the unit vector, along the r direction. So here we can write the unit vector AR as AR is equal to cos alpha AZ plus sin alpha into a rho. AR is equal to cos alpha into AZ plus sin alpha into a rho. So here a rho is again unit vector along the rho direction. AZ is a unit vector along the z direction. So this AR is a unit vector along the r direction. So here AR is a unit vector along the r rho direction. So here because of the symmetry, if we integrate the cos or sin over a period of 0 to 2 pi, so we will get the 0 value. So because of the symmetry, if we integrate the cos value or if we integrate the sin value over an integral 0 to 2 pi, the value of these two will give us the 0. So because of the symmetry, then we can ignore the, we can substitute a rho is equal to 0 here. So after substituting a rho is equal to 0 here, we have AR is equal to cos alpha into AZ only. We have AR is equal to cos alpha into AZ only. Next, so we can, because of the symmetry, here we can calculate the electric field intensity along the z direction, which is Ez. Ez is equal to E into, we can write Ez equal to E into AZ, where AZ is the unit vector along the z direction. So which can be, it is integral dE into cos alpha, because in place of E, in place of dE, here we are writing the cos alpha. In place of E, we are writing the dE cos alpha. In place of E into AZ, we are writing dE cos alpha. And dE is already, we know the dE value. dE is equal to, it is integral rho v by 4 pi epsilon naught into dV into dV cos alpha by r square. Because we have the formula dE is equal to, integral dQ by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Or we can write dE is equal to, it is volume integral. In place of dQ, we can write rho v dV by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So here, so like that. So it is therefore rho v by 4 pi epsilon naught keep outside. Then we have dV. So in place of here we have cos alpha is there. So dV cos alpha by r square. Here we need to derive the expressions for dV, r square and cos alpha. And if you substitute the dV value, r square value, cos alpha value, so in this equation 1, we can get the electric field intensity along the z direction, or electric field intensity at point P due to the elemental volume. So to find out that, so here in spherical coordinate system, we can write dV. dV is the differential volume. dV is equal to, here it is r dash square sin theta dash dr dash d theta d phi. Or simply we can write dV is equal to r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. dv is equal to r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. So to find out the derivation or to derive the equation, here you apply a cosine rule to the figure. Cosine rule to the figure or triangle in the figure. Cosine rule to the this triangle. Cosine rule to the triangle. So here if you apply cosine rule to the triangle here, first one we are writing the expression for r square. R square is equal to from figure. So here r square equal to r square is the one side, z is the one side, r dash is the one side. So here it is r square is equal to z square plus r dash square minus 2z r dash minus 2z r dash into cos of the, here opposite to the r we have the theta angle is there. Cos of the angle will use the cosine rule. So here it is r square is equal to z square plus r dash square plus 2z r dash into cos of the angle. Cos theta is the value from cosine rule. So here like this, it is r square is equal to z square plus r dash square minus 2z r dash into cos theta. Similarly, we can write the expression for r dash square. So r dash square is equal to, from the figure, r dash square equal to, here it is, the two sides are z square plus r square minus 2z into r into cos of the opposite angle. Here the cos of the opposite angle is alpha dash. Here r dash is here. Opposite to this r dash, we have the alpha dash is there. Therefore, r dash square is equal to z square plus capital R square minus 2z r into cos of alpha or cos alpha dash. Cos alpha. Simply, we can write the cos alpha. So from these two equations, we can convert the cos value, or we can find the cos value, cos theta dash value, cos alpha value and cos theta value. So from this equation, so here it is 2z r dash cos theta dash equal to, we can write the z square plus small r square minus capital R square. Therefore, cos theta dash equal to, we can write z square plus small r square minus capital R square by 2zr. So like that we can write the two expressions. Here. Similarly, cos theta dash equal to z square plus r dash square minus r square by 2z r dash. So here equation 3 is enough. So assume the equation 3 and differentiate the equation 3 with theta. When we are differentiating the equation 3 with respect to theta, you need to keep the values z and r are fixed one. Keep the z value, r value fixed and differentiate the equation with respect to theta. Therefore, here differentiation of cos theta is sin theta. Therefore, cos theta dash differentiation of cos theta dash is sin theta dash into d theta dash, which is equal to, so here when we are deriving the equation, we need to keep the z and a small r are constants. Therefore, differentiation of constant is 0. Here we have minus r square is there. Minus r square. Differentiation of here differentiation of cos theta is, here it is minus sin theta is there. Minus is there. So here it is minus r square is there. Minus r square means it is 2r into dr. Minus 2r into dr. 2 cancel each other. Therefore, we have sin theta dash, negative cancel on both sides. Therefore, we have sin theta dash into d theta dash equal to r into dr by zr dash. R into dr by zr dash. Next, so here we need to change the limits of the theta also. As theta varies from 0 to pi, here r varies from, here the value r varies from z minus r dash to z plus r dash. When theta varies from 0 to pi, then the r value varies from z minus r dash to z plus r dash. So here we will see that a cos theta is there. Cos theta is equal to, so here we have cos theta is there. Cos theta is equal to, we have z square plus r square minus r square by 2zr. It is z square plus r square minus r square by this 2zr is there. So here substitute theta is equal to 0 here. If you substitute theta equal to 0, we have cos 0 is equal to 1. 1 is equal to z square plus r square minus r square by 2zr. So which is equal to z square plus r square minus r square is equal to 2zr. Then we can write capital R keyboard side. So capital R square is equal to, it is z square plus r square minus 2zr. Therefore, we can write r square equal to z minus r whole square. Therefore, we can write r is equal to z minus r. So when theta is equal to 0, we can write r is equal to z minus r. Similarly, other one is write that when theta is equal to pi. When theta is equal to pi, here cos pi becomes minus 1. Minus 1 is equal to, we have z square plus r square minus r square by 2zr. Therefore, here we can write z square plus r square minus r square is equal to minus 2zr. Therefore, we can write r square is equal to z square plus r square plus 2zr. Therefore, r square equal to, we can write z plus r whole square. Then we can write r is equal to z plus r. Therefore, we can write the limits. When theta is changing from, when theta is 0, we can write r is equal to z minus r. When theta is pi, we can write the limit r is equal to z plus r. Z plus r. So here, therefore, the expression for electric field intensity E is equal to rho v by 4 pi epsilon naught. It is integral phi is equal to 0 to 2 pi. We need to, here it is volumetric limits, it is a triple integral. We need to apply the r value, theta value, phi value. R value, theta value and phi value. So here integral phi equal to 0 to 2 pi d phi, and integral r is equal to 0 to a because the radius of the sphere is a. Integral r equal to 0 to a, and integral r is equal to capital R equal to z minus r dash to z plus r dash. So when just now we have changed the limits. When theta, actually it is theta varies from 0 to pi. When theta varies from when theta equal to 0, we have the value r equal to z minus r dash. When theta equal to pi, we have the value r is equal to z plus r. We have the value z plus r. So here we need to substitute the remaining values. So here in equation, actually it is rho v by 4 pi epsilon naught into dv into cos theta by r square is there. Here we need to write dv is equal to, we need to substitute dv is equal to r dash square sin theta dash dr dash d theta dash d phi dash. So substitute the value dv, then we need to substitute the value cos alpha, then we need to substitute the value r square. So we need to substitute all these three values. Therefore, the equation becomes like this: r square into r into capital R into dr by zr dash. So here in place of sin theta into d theta, sin theta into d theta, we can write capital R into dr by zr, capital R into dr by zr. Therefore, the equation becomes r dash square into r into dr by zr dash into dr dash. So here it is z square plus r square minus r dash square by 2 into zr into 1 by r square. So we need to simplify all this equation. So here r dash is there, r is there, r cancel each other, r cancel each other. Then so here also r cancel each other. If r cancel each other, then we have z is there, 2z into z is there, 2z square. We need to keep outside. So if you keep outside, it is rho v into integral of phi equal to 0 to 2 pi will give the value 2 pi. Therefore, Ez equal to rho v into 2 pi by, it is 4 pi epsilon naught into 2z square. So it is 8 pi epsilon naught into z square. Then we have the limit integral r equal to 0 to a, integral r equal to 0 to a, and here integral r equal to z minus r dash to z plus r dash into, here if cancel the r, here we have only r term is there, into, so here z dash plus, here we have z square plus r square minus r dash square by, we have r square is there. So here we can rearrange the equation as r square plus z square minus r dash square by r square. Therefore, the equation becomes 1 plus z square minus r dash square by r square. The equation becomes like this. So here the equation is 1 plus z square minus r dash square by r square into dr into r dash square, dr into r dash square. Therefore, here we need to differentiate this equation with respect to r, and we need to substitute the limits. If we differentiate this equation, integration, we need to integrate this equation with respect to r, and we need to substitute the limits. So if we integrate this equation, so integration of 1 is r, then integration of, here when we are doing the integration, z square minus r dash square is the constant one. Therefore, integration of 1 by r square. Integration of 1 by r square is minus 1 by r. Minus 1 by r. Therefore, the equation becomes r minus z square minus r square by r between the limits z plus r dash to z minus r dash. Here, if you simplify this equation, we will get the value of 4r. If you simplify this equation, we'll get the value of 4r. So I will check that. I will see that. I will verify. I will explain that also. So here, integrated. Then the equation becomes. So here we can cancel the term. So here it is 2r is there. Then if you cancel the term, rho v pi by 4 pi epsilon naught z square. Then integral r equal to 0 to a. R equal to 0 to a. Then this value becomes 4r square. Therefore, the equation becomes Ez equal to rho v into pi by 4 pi epsilon naught into z square into integral r equal to 0 to a 4r square into dr. 4r square into dr. So here, if you integrate this value, integral of r square is r cube by 3. Integral of r square equal to r cube by 3. Therefore, it is 4. If we readjust the equation, it is 4 by 3 into a cube. 4 by 3 into a cube. Then here we have rho v is there. Then we can write rho v is there, pi is there. Therefore, 4/3 pi a cube rho v. Rho v 4/3 pi a cube into rho v into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by z square. 1 by z square. So it is the actually at starting of derivation we have find out the charge in a particular value sphere is q is equal to the total charge in a sphere is rho v into 4/3 pi a cube. Rho v into 4/3 pi a cube. Therefore, here we can write. So in place of rho v into 4/3 pi a cube, we can write the q value. For the equation, the electric field along the z direction, Ez will give the 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by z square into q by r. Q by, we can write directly Ez equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught z square into Az, where Az is a unit vector along the z direction. So here this result is obtained if we assume the point outside the sphere. Then the symmetry of the charge distribution, if we assume the symmetry of the charge distribution, the electric field P r comma theta comma phi is readily obtained as, or we can write the expression as, it is E is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into ar. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into ar, where ar is the unit vector along the r direction. So here we can simplify that equation. It is r minus z square minus r square by r between the limits z plus r to z minus r. So here we can simplify the equation as we need to substitute the z plus r in place of r and z minus r in place of r. Therefore, if you substitute the value, so it is z plus r minus z square minus r square by z plus r. Then take LCM. Here it is z plus r whole square minus z square minus r square by r total by, it is z plus r. Therefore, here you can write z square plus r square plus 2zr minus z square minus r square by, it is z plus r. So here minus it is a plus actually. Therefore, it is r square z square cancel each other. Therefore, we have the expression 4r square plus 2zr by z plus r. Similarly, if you substitute z minus r, so it is z minus r whole square minus z square minus r square by, it is z minus r. Therefore, it is z square plus r square minus 2zr minus z square plus r square by, it is z minus r. So here also you can cancel the z square. Therefore, it is 4r square minus 2zr by z minus r. So here we need to add these two terms to get the total value. So it is 4r square minus 2zr by, it is 4r square minus 2zr by, it is z minus r, before it is previous values 4r square plus 2zr by 4r square plus 2zr by z plus r. So again, if you take LCM and simplify the value, so we'll get the value of, it is 4r. We'll get the value of 4r. Then we need to substitute this 4r directly. So in place of this one, in place of r into z square, r minus z square minus r dash by r, between the limits of z plus r dash to z minus r dash, we need to substitute the value of, it is 4r dash. Therefore, the equation becomes, the total equation becomes integral r equal to 0 to a, where a is the radius of the sphere. Then 4r into r will becomes the 4r square into tr. So this is about the electric field intensity due to the volume charge. It is E is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So thank you. Thank you all.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.